So if you watch the rest of the video, you'll see me using the SCU19 cable, but this section is just on the USB stick in the PC with an SD card that we've backed up and saved memories. So let's just see, because I noticed it wouldn't work until I'd read from the radio, and I had to, the only way to read from the radio was to actually have the SCU19 cable, which I've just done. So what we'll do, we'll just go get data from SD card, and then we'll see if it actually does it. So there's the SD card there. Memory channels. Not really much there, is there? I have saved. But it's not showing any data. Back up. Ah, this time it is. Okay. Double click, and that worked that time. So get data, and if we add another channel, we'll just go 144.500 just for fun. Actually 145. Like so. If you want to select a shift, you can. Look, narrow FM. If you want AMS, I can't see that you can select AMS. Let's just go the full length, unless it's right at the end. You've got your banks. By the vibrate. Yeah, did you know that the radio actually vibrates? Anyway, estimate ATT, step, skip, power. You've got all these settings there. Can't see AMS on it. If it's there, let me know. It could be there. But the reason I say that is because it doesn't seem to let you select C4FM, but it doesn't matter if the radio is in AMS mode, it will switch anyway. You can put your shift in, you can select power, you can select your tone, it's all here. Tone, frequency, everything you need. So now we're going to write it back to the SD card. So send data to SD card, and it should be pretty much instant. It goes straight to backup, save, yes, and so complete, and that's it. That's the SD card processor. I'm not really sure why it wouldn't let me read it before I read from the radio, but maybe that's fine anyway. But that's how you use your SD card. So this is the video for the SD card process. But just remember that you get the SD card, you format it in your computer, then you put it in the radio and format it. Then you do a backup, then you save it. Yeah, save a backup, and so that it's got the files on it that you can use when you put it into your computer. I'll see if I can add a video at the end so you can see that. M0FXB, welcome to my channel. So we're going to put an SD card in the YAESU FT1D and save and backup, ready for using it for programming with our programming software. The first thing you do is pull down this flap here on the side. Now you are going to need some tweezers and something to push it with. I got this plastic plectrum for pushing it because it's quite far in. So let's just start it off like so. Now push it in very gently. If it's catching, then don't keep pushing because it needs to go in correctly. Otherwise you could cause some damage. So there you are, it's gone in. You can't quite push it with your thumb. So you just get this plectrum-y thing that I've got. And then it clicks into place. And to get it out, you just hear the click, push it again. But you don't push too hard. You don't want to cause damage. The flap's there for waterproofing. So that's in. Then the next section now is just to go push and hold the display button. Go to number 10 where it says SD card and select enter. We want to format it before we use it. We have formatted it in the computer already. Number 3 is format, hit enter. And then OK, enter again. So you're pushing the enter button here. And you can see there's a little SD card thing flashing there to let you know we've got an SD card. And then when it's done, it will say completed. Very nice radio, C4FM, VHF, UHF. Completed. Then go down to backup. We're going to back up and hit enter. And then it says write to CD. Then we go enter. And then OK. It doesn't beep when you press OK. Another beep would have been nice. So look here. Got that flashing, and it will say completed. And once it does, then it's ready for us to put it into our PC, and it's the ADMS 6 free programming software we can use with the SD card in our computer. Or if we want to use that programming software, we can use it with a SCU18 or 19 cable, and I think the new one, but double check, is 55. I think that's pretty sure that's the new number for Windows 11, although there is a way of using the SCU19 with Windows 11 where you just tell it to use an older driver. So bye for now, thanks for watching, and then just back out of these menus, just go DISP, and you're back on the normal menu there. Film0FXB, welcome to my channel, YAESU FT1D. Having a look at the ADMS 6 software, programming software, with the SCU19 cable. I think the new cable was SCU55, check it, but we're on Windows 11 and we've just rolled back the driver and it's working fine on Windows 11. So let's go to the YAESU site. Here's YAESU, and the one we want we've got the latest firmware on our FT1D. You need to check that. It's the firmware which is 13.01 and DSP 4.15. So click that, and we're going to run it all from scratch. If it's taking a long time, just fast forward at this point, because we're going to do it all live. There's the file, double click. There is instructions there, but we're just going to click the file underneath, double click again and again, and this time we want ADMS, so we're going to run it. We're going to click extract all. I find that it works better if you do it this way. Oh yeah, I've already got it on the program, haven't I? So on the computer. Double click, keep going, and eventually you get this little shortcut with a little radio there. Once you've got that file, it's going to open, okay? There it is. So the SCU cable is connected to the radio. You need to turn the radio off, put it in what they call clone mode. So turn it off, hold down the F button, and turn it on. The screen says clone, it makes a noise. And then at this point, we need to just check the COM port. So right click, device manager. And on mine, because it's Windows 11, I did have an error. And all you do is, if you have a thing saying, sorry, Windows 11 doesn't support this, right click, click update driver, then click browse my computer, then click let me pick, and then find an old driver. If you haven't got one, Google these numbers here that you're seeing, and you will find one. There's one on there. So anyway, that's what works for me. But if you've got Windows 10 or before, it won't matter. So COM port 3. So then we need to just set the COM. Let's just set that up, which is communications. Go to the bottom, drop down, select 3, then always click determine. Now there is a shortcut there for device manager as well. And now communication, get data. It tells you to do the clone mode thing, which we've done. You click OK, and then it's telling you to hit the band button. Okay, so it's now reading it. It's quite slow. And then you hit a different button when you're sending it to the radio. So let's do one at a time. Okay, that says completed. You can see we've read. Now the radio did make a beep. So click OK. Now, interesting to see if we're still in clone mode, but I'll just show you how to change things. So let's add a frequency. So let's add 430.825. That's GB3. Actually, let's do 925. That's GB3. There you go. FI. Let's put our offset in, which is 7. I think now. Oh, here it is there. It's a plus, and I'm sure it's 7.6. Now it's just whether I put the 7 in the right place, like so, and then we'll call it G, we can name it as well, GB3FI. I wonder if it lets you select digital, because on my other one it wouldn't, but we just used AMS mode. Tone mode, so we want tone and 77. Like so. Okay, that's fine. Oh, we've lost our page now. There you go. Let's fill the screen. I'm just looking for the digital selections. Frequency, offset, name, operating mode, so that narrow FM there. See if it does let us select digital. Now I noticed it didn't do that, but I just thought, well, in that situation you can just put in, select AMS and it will switch anyway. So there is a whole thing here for settings which is pretty good. Look at all these different configurations. Even has all the APRS configuration, which can be quite complicated. I have put most of mine in, as you can see here, APRS call sign. Where's the -6? I didn't put the -6 in. Look, I've got my location there. APRS status. Now, do we put the -6 here just simply like that? Or is it there in a separate field? Well, anyway, we'll look at that in a different video. But as you can see, lots of settings. APRS beacon, memory banks, group mode. I know we can do DGID. So as you can see, common settings here. Loads you can do with this free software. I actually think it's quite good. It's actually now we've read the radio, it's actually letting me read from the SD card, where when I hadn't read from the radio, it wouldn't let me read from the SD card, but it is letting me now. We'll just do that at the end. So let's just have a go at sending it back to the radio. So we've put one channel in. We'll go communication, send data, and it's telling me to put it in clone mode again. It might already be in clone mode. We'll soon find out. Instead of pressing, clone appears on the FT1, push the DX key. So we're going to click OK and then push the DX key. Yeah, it's already sending it, so I didn't have to put it back into clone mode. And what we'll do a completely separate video for the SD card. Bye for now. 7.3. Hope this helps you use your YAESU FT1D for reading and writing on using the SCU19 cable. Sorry, 10 different radios here on the go. Bye for now.